Hello, I'm Katherine Rundell. I'm the author of Impossible Creatures and the new book in the series, The Poisoned King, which will be out on September the 11th. I'm so excited for it to be about to go into the hands of readers. It's been a book that I have loved writing, maybe more even than the first book, because it felt like a chance to expand the world of the Glemoria archipelago, where every creature of myth that mankind has ever invented is real. So dragons and unicorns, but also in The Poisoned King, gaganers, which are black crow-like birds with golden beaks and silver claws, and horned manticores, winged, that can fly to wherever you are and eat you alive if you're unlucky. There are also chimeras, a three-headed goat-lion creature with also a third head on its tail, which is the head of a snake. The heads never agree, so it's quite difficult for it to actually create as much havoc as it would like to, because it has so many and various opinions. The Poisoned King is the story of Christopher, who we met in book one, who is coming to the archipelago because he has been summoned by a tiny dragon, Jack the Jaculus, who has told him that the ancient dragons are dying, and nobody knows why, and he is the only one who they will trust to stop it. And it's also the story of a new character, Anya, whose father is falsely accused of murder. And in many ways, it's inspired by Hamlet. It's about a girl's fury. It's about the idea of revenge. And it's also about the idea of justice and what we will do to find justice. It has, among other things, a trip to a dragon's lair. It has a flight on the back of a sphinx. It has poison, and it has, I hope, enough magical creatures to give you a sense of a world that is wild and enormous and strange and as infinitely beautiful as our own. I think one of the things that I loved most was the idea that you could write about a girl who is brought right to the very edge of herself. A girl who has been taught, because she is, in the book, the heir to a throne, to behave well, who has been taught what is required of her, and who decides that what was required of her is not enough, and she needs to be something bigger and bolder and sharper and kinder and more angry. I'm going to read you just a very tiny little bit, just the warning before we begin. This first very short chapter. They would have said it wasn't possible, the chaos and the mayhem she caused. They would have said she didn't have it in her. It was in her, but deep. What's under your house, if you were to dig? Mud and worms? Buried treasure? Skeletons? You don't know. The girl dug into the depths of her heart, and there she found a hunger for justice and a thirst for revenge. The second chapter is the Jaculus dragon, and I'm just going to read the first paragraph. Christopher Forrester woke up to find a dragon chewing on his face. The dragon was the size of a sparrow, small enough to fit on the top joint of his thumb, and a thing of ravishing silver-green beauty. His expression was haughty enough to burn a hole through a steel door. The dragon spoke. "Christopher," he said, "you have not been easy to find." If you read it, I hope so hugely that you enjoy it.